no one wants to sign him as a starter. He just goes back to being a backup. But hey, that's the life of a backup NFL running back, right? Welcome back to Big Time Fantasy Football. Got me, Zach. Got him, Nick. Got another banger of a video for you today. Today, we're doing handcuff running backs. So just the best handcuffs that you can get to either back up a guy you have, or in case injuries have, just someone that can increase in value. Just a backup that we value a lot. But before we get into all that, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. We just hit 50, which was our first goal, so we're really pumped about that. So with you guys, we can keep growing. So let's keep it going, guys. Nick, you want to start us off here?
Yeah, my first handcuff running back is going to be Keaton Mitchell of the Baltimore Ravens. He was super explosive last year. It was his rookie year last year. And then sadly, he ended up going down with an ACL injury towards the back end of the year. Doesn't look like he's going to be ready for week 1 or even early in the season. And the Ravens did just sign Derrick Henry to be the starter there. But Derrick Henry does have a lot of tread on his tires. He's getting older, and Keaton Mitchell is just such an explosive guy. He doesn't need too many touches in order to be fantasy relevant. Along with the Ravens offense being super run-heavy team, I think they will look to Keaton Mitchell to be that change of pace type of guy for now, and then eventually he will take over as a starter. Last year, in his first game that he actually played and got a decent amount of opportunities, he went 9 carries for 138 yards and a touchdown, scoring over 20 points. Definitely a great week, a great coming out party, averaging 15.33 yards per carry in that game. And then on the season, he averaged over 8 yards per carry. So I see him as kind of like a Devon Achane, but hasn't got the opportunity to really break out just yet. Both great offenses. Ravens are very run-centric, and using him as that change of pace type back, I think they have a really good young player in Keaton Mitchell.
Yeah, Keaton Mitchell is a big play waiting to happen for sure. And being on the Ravens, that's one of the top 2, 3 teams you want to be on as a running back. So great situation for him. And then, like you said, Derrick Henry's only 1 year older now. He's an animal. He's a beast. If there's a guy that can, withstand the test of time, it's going to be him. But that can only go for so long. So he's a good guy to have just in case, Henry does get banged up and have to miss any time for sure. But my first guy, I went with Kendre Miller. I say Kendre Miller. I hear people say it the other way, but we're saying Kendre Miller. If it's right or wrong, let me know. But we're going Kendre Miller just because, again, in a similar situation, got an older running back in front of him. And then Kendre Miller, I always liked him just as a talent. He was a 3rd-round pick for the Saints. So getting that type of capital is someone they at least kind of believe in, when they have Alvin Kamara to go get another guy in the 3rd round. Have to be someone they believe in. Kamara's been a real inefficient runner in between the tackles. He gets all of his work from, catches and then what he can do with that. But Kendre Miller does have a chance to carve out a role, even if Kamara is fully healthy. But if something does happen, then obviously, like in all these situations, Kendre Miller's value is going to skyrocket up. So a guy that I like and I'm pretty high on compared to consensus.
Yeah, I also liked him a lot out of college. I guess Jamal Williams is there. Didn't really look great last year, so I think he's definitely the guy they're going to look towards after Kamara.
Yeah.
Getting into my next guy, it's going to be the rookie Marshawn Lloyd. Looked really good out of USC last year. A really good runner. He's pretty twitchy as a runner as well. And he's sitting behind Josh Jacobs, who he's only 26, but already in his first, I think, 5 years in the league, he has over 1,500 touches. And that's a lot of tread taken off the tires there. And how his contract is structured that he just got from the Packers, it is a, I think, 3 or 4 year deal. But if he's not good after 1 year or if something happens, they can really move off him after this year. And then in steps Marshawn Lloyd, a good backup, someone that I think they believe in. At USC in 2023, he averaged over 7 yards a carry. So he's definitely got that explosiveness. He can be that do-it-all type of back for you. He can catch passes a little bit out of the backfield. He can be that workhorse guy. So I think he's a great handcuff in this situation. And as we know, with the running back position, you never know who's going to get injured. Injuries happen a ton, and running backs just don't stay relevant for too long compared to other positions. So I think Marshawn Lloyd is a great guy to have, especially if you have Josh Jacobs. But even if not, he could carve out a little bit of a role and be the starter after this next season.
Yeah, and I know Packers, as soon as they got him in-house after they drafted him, they were really high on him, even higher than they were when they drafted on him. So someone that they really like. He's been going up rookie drafts and just overall drafts. He's been climbing up too. So just a guy gaining a lot of traction. Like I said, definitely a two-way threat where he can catch and run. So that's obviously always great for fantasy football. So I'm going to get into my next guy, and that is going to be Chase Brown. Chase Brown's kind of on the fence, really, of being a handcuff because while they paid Zach Moss and he's technically the starter, Chase Brown has almost equal as a shot to be the starter there. But as of right now, because Zach Moss is the starter, I put Chase Brown in. Even if nothing happens to Zach Moss, Chase Brown is the type of guy that has the ability just to win the starting job outright throughout the season, even if he doesn't start the season as the starter. So good kind of buy low candidate as well, for sure there. And he, when he stepped in last year, he played great. He showed a lot of flashes. So he's already comfortable with the system, obviously. And yeah, just a good old well-rounded running back. So, like I said, he has a chance at a starting running back position at a handcuff price right now. So, pretty good guy to try to go get.
Yep. And there's a little bit of a trend with these guys that we're choosing. They're guys that are explosive, that don't really need too many opportunities at the moment, but there is a clear path to production and to being the starter in their respective offenses. So,
yeah, absolutely. And then really we just went two each. Obviously, there's a ton of other handcuffs. Thought about doing someone like Kamani Vidal. He's kind of in like a full rotation. There's three running backs there, and he's a sixth round guy, and the hit rate on sixth round running backs is not good at all. It's actually funny the seventh round running backs have a higher hit rate than a sixth round running back. So, but yeah, anyone else that you wanted to mention or throw out at the end here?
I mean, similar to what you were saying with either way, Zach Charbonnet was another guy that I was looking at in the Seahawks offense. He did have opportunity when Kenneth Walker went down last year. Didn't look amazing, but I think if he had more opportunity, he would grow and develop into being a possible starter there if Kenneth Walker does miss more time. And then Jaylen Warren, I mean, he's kind of in a split backfield. Couldn't really put him as a handcuff here with Najee Harris, and we'll see if he does become that starter in the new Arthur Smith offense in Pittsburgh. But yeah, another explosive guy we like.
A deep handcuff that I think technically is the third one right now, but someone that I'm high on is Dante Foreman. I think he's a really talented running back, and he's been like the last 2-3 years just been kind of slipping under the radar. But a couple years ago, he got a starting job. He did really well last year. He was just playing backup. But I think if in that Cleveland Browns, especially if Chubb isn't ready to go right away, then he'll have a chance to carve out a role early in the season. So someone that I don't hear anyone talking about, and maybe there's a reason for that, but I think someone that I'm high on, not relatively high on. I'm not through the moon about him, but yeah, someone that I like.
Yeah, and that's a guy that every time he's got an opportunity, he's shown us that he's talented and he's supposed to be in the NFL. He's supposed to be a professional. So
yeah, absolutely, 100%. And then no one wants to sign him as a starter. He just goes back to being a backup. But hey, that's the life of a backup NFL running back, right? But I think that's all the guys that we had today. This is a fun one. We don't see a lot of handcuff videos out there, so we wanted to make one, just something that we've been thinking about for a while. So drop a like, drop a subscribe, and remember, we are doing roster reviews for your Dynasty teams. So drop it below, send us an email, let us know your roster settings, and we will go ahead and give you a grade and tell you what you need, what you don't need. So that's all we got today. Thank you.
All right, thanks for watching, guys.